You guys are so funny.
Who?
All of them. Their comment stream. That's what I'm reading. It's live. It's hi, people. All right. Can you guys hear me? No? Yep. Okay. Got a yes. Just trying to make sure. C. Hopefully this will be better this time because we won't have Mateo speaking over me the whole time, right? All right. Yes, we are live. Guys, I see a bunch of you. All right. So happy Sunday night. We out here. Okay. All right. I'm here and you can ask questions away in the box. Yes, Kobe. I see you. And when it says you sent to me messages, ask questions. I will do my best to answer. Can we please move it to Tuesday? Kobe, there's no school on Tuesday, so that's not going to happen. If it makes you feel any better, I think the test is going to take you Monday and Wednesday. I'm not moving it. Yes, the test is all multiple choice. It is multiple choice test. So it's 45 questions. 45. All multiple choice. And those of you that went to PDQ a couple weeks ago have the extra credit. Oh, no, Chase, that's not good. Use your phone. And we have Chick-fil-A on Tuesday. So if you go to Chick-fil-A on Tuesday and you bring me back a receipt, you get extra credit also. Is the game theory going to be on the test? Yes, there are 10 questions on oligopolies and game theory. 10 questions on oligopolies and game theory on the test. I just counted them. Scenarios in monopolistic comp and short run and long run, or is it just multiple? I don't think in monopolistic competition so much. There's not many questions on monopolistic competition, only a couple. It's really more perfect comp versus monopolies in comparing those two. The only difference between short run, long run is the location of the ATC curve, though. So as long as you know ATC curve at P is LRE, then you should be good. How many questions in total? 45. 45 multiple choice questions. Like how intense in game theory? It gives you a payoff matrix, and you have to be able to figure out the dominant strategy and who will make what choices, and if there's a Nash equilibrium or not. Are graphs going to be on it? There are graphs, and it will ask you like locate the consumer surplus or that kind of thing. I'm trying to go through these as fast as I can. All right. 10 oligopoly and game theory are 10 of each. 10 of oligopoly game theory combined, not 10 of each. No. Game theory. Long run, ATC equals MR equals D equals AR equals P. Liam, that is long run and perfect comp, where they're all the same. But in monopolistic or monopolistic comp or an oligopoly, we don't have Mr. Darb. So MR does not equal D. So you can't use that rule for imperfect markets. That rule only works for perfect markets. For monopolistic comp, your long run equilibrium is where ATC equals P. So that's it. What is Nash equilibrium? Nash equilibrium is when both players play their dominant strategy. Both people do what is best for them. You get Nash equilibrium. So, for example, in the game we played with the M&Ms on Friday, the dominant strategy was to be steal. So if both players stole, you got Nash equilibrium because both people did what was best for them. Isn't it those bent graphs? Oligopoly is kinky graphs. Yes. Oligopolies are kinky. And the kink is because the D and MR curves cut off. So they go, let me see if I can draw. You have a Q, P, M, R, and D. So it's like kinked. They're kinked. They're not a straight line. I drew that on Friday. If you also want to see the kinked curve, you can just Google oligopoly graph, and it'll show you. Why is there a kink? Because of mutual interdependence. Because each firm is reliant on the other firms, and a firm doesn't get to decide for itself. So if you mess with your prices, then people are going to go to another market. And if you drop your prices, then everyone's going to come to you. Which curves are kinky? D and MR. D and MR. Oh, oligopolies. Thank you, Chase. I wasn't sure. I didn't realize that's what you're talking about. Oligopolies have the kinky curves. And I have not ever seen an FRQ on an AP exam that you had to draw an oligopoly curve. It's always been in the multiple choice. They draw it for you, and you have to identify that is an oligopoly. You've never had to draw it yourself, but it's your DNMR curves. Because you guys should remember that your cost curves are the same on every graph. Your cost curves will always look the same, and then it's only your Mr. DARP or D and MR that change depending on your market structures. But the cost curves are always the same. All right, what is the main difference in perfect comp and a monopoly? They're exact opposites. That's the main difference. Perfect comp is lots of buyers and sellers, no control over your prices, low barriers to entry, and then identical products. A monopoly is a single seller with complete control over their price, high barriers to entry, and a unique product that's protected by either patents or copyrights or economies of scale or control of inputs. There's some reason that they are the sole provider, so they have complete control. Brooke, it's Nash, Nash, not Bash. So I don't know if that's a typo. Nash equilibrium is when both players play their dominant strategy in the game theory. So, for example, in the prisoner's dilemma with Curly and Mo, both people should have confessed. So if one confesses and the other confesses, you had Nash equilibrium. But if we had one confess and one not confess, we would not have Nash equilibrium. So Nash equilibrium is when both players play their dominant strategy. They both do what's best for them. Are there going to be questions where you need to use formulas like numbers and stuff? There's no questions that you have to apply any of the advanced formulas. Do we need to know all of the equations? You should know them all, but no, you won't need to do all those equations tomorrow. Oh, look, she corrected that herself and I didn't even see it. What is a barrier to entry? It's something that prevents people from being able to compete. So a barrier to entry would be like a patent. No one else can make your product because you hold the patent. Or a barrier to entry could be cost. Like you can't just start an airline tomorrow because it's really expensive to buy aircraft and all of that. So the Sour Patch Kids were monopoly because only one person had it. Yes. Peppermints were perfect comp and Sour Patch Kids were my monopoly. what type of questions are going to be on the test. Welcome, you're late, 45 multiple choice questions. All right. Dylan, I haven't seen you in like a week. Where you been, kid? Is monopolistic comp going to be on the test? Yeah, but there's only a couple of questions on monopolistic comp. Because monopolistic comp graphs like a monopoly, operates like perfect comp. So it's kind of both. All right. What's going to be the main focus of the test? The theory of the firm, your four market structures. I don't know what to study. Can you give an outline of what to study? Oh no, your wisdom teeth got out. I hope you feel better. That's not fun. I would tell you to go, hold on. I'm going to open something on my test. Or my computer. I hope this doesn't mess up anything. If you go over to Google Classroom and you open up on the classwork tab, I posted Unit 3 objectives. Hold on. Oh my goodness. What?
Our Beyblade go.
Your Beyblade did what?
No, Beyblade go.
You want to play Legos?
No, yeah.
Beyblade Legos?
Yeah.
No, this one's Braddock. This is not Donovan. They're all saying Donovan. They said hi to you. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Hi. You can go play Beyblades now. All right. Okay, play Lego. Okay, I lost where we were on the chat. Okay, on there, I posted, it says AP Unit 3 Learning Goals, and it basically goes through step by step the stuff on the test. Now, I know that's 4 pages long, and I know it's a lot of information, but if you go through that, you should be able to see what you do know and what you don't know. And it's easiest to highlight what you don't know and then go look it up in the notes or in the readings or even on Google or text it to me now. But I promise you know most of the stuff, probably a lot more than you would give yourselves credit for. All right, the 4 different market structures. The first one is perfect comp, and that is the one that had the peppermints. A lot of buyers and sellers, no control over the price, low to none barriers to entry, and I just totally blanked on what I was saying. And that's the one that enter and exit with ease, no control over the price. Identical products. Those are the peppermints. That's the perfect market. Imperfect markets have 3 monopolies, single seller, unique product, complete control over the price, high barriers. Monopolistic comp, which is the one that has more price elasticity because your products are differentiated, so people go from one brand to another. And it's also got multiple buyers and sellers, some barriers to entry, but not that difficult. And the 4th one is oligopolies. And an oligopoly is when 4 or fewer firms control 80% of your market share. I hope that was clear. All right. Donovan. I told you guys that wasn't Donovan, right? That was the baby. That was Braddock. All right. Here, if you want to see Donovan, I can call him to come over here, but give me a second. I'm trying to catch up. The people want Donovan. That's funny. Donovan. Don, your friends want to see you. Come here. Right ahead, you same. Okay. Do we need to identify long-term? Okay. Yeah, you need to know LRE is when ATC equals P. Shutdown decisions. Shutdown decisions is if ABC is over P. Come here, honey. Your friends want to say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
There you go.
Why can't I see them?
No, because they can see you. See that 33 people are watching you right now.
Hi. Bye.
Bye, sweetie. All right. Love you. Good night. All right. Matt, don't pull an all-nighter. That sounds like a really bad decision. How much of the previous units? None of the previous units, Connor. It's only on this unit. No basics. That's good. No MR equals MC. Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to keep up with these comments, guys. You go so fast. Oh, what to study on Google Classroom? Melissa said a baby shower. What baby shower is 8 o'clock on a Sunday night? That's crazy. On on Google Classroom, the document is called AP Unit 3 Learning Goals and Objectives. And oh, look, some of you have opened it. I can see who's in my document right now. But if you open up that one, you can go through and look at the bullet points and then tell me a specific bullet point if you don't know what's going on. Donovan, your friend said hi. Okay. Can you go over long run profits, short term profits, and when to shut down? No problem. Don't yell at me, right? Just teasing. Okay. Well, in the long run, you shouldn't, a perfect comp won't have a profit. In the short run, they will. Monopoly can have profits in the short or long run, and that's because of competition. Monopolies do not have competition, and perfect comp does. Now, in the short run, when you have your MC and you have Mr. Dart, I'm drawing and I'm trying, and this is probably a really crappy color. You're not gonna be able to see that. Let me change my pen color. Red, see if that works. You're gonna have profits depending on the location of ATC and AVC. So if this is Mr. Dart, can you see that? Maybe. Your profits is the difference between your revenue and your cost. So at MR equals MC, this would be your short run profit. That's your short run profit. Okay. But in the long run, MC, Mr. Dart, in the long run, what's going to happen is everyone's going to see you making a profit. So all those entrepreneurs are going to jump in and start copying you and making the same thing. And when they do, that's going to cause demand for your product to go down because everyone else is going to buy from other people. So demand for your product goes down. And when demand for your product goes down, it's going to push DARP. It's going to push your price down. And your price is going to fall until your price is going to be equal to ATC. So that's when you're at LRE, because ATC is equal to DARP and MC all at the same time. So in the long run, perfectly competitive market will not have a profit. But a monopoly will, because monopoly can operate in the short run and the long run the same way, because they control their prices. All right. When to shut down? You shut down when a VC, variable cost, is above Mr. DARP, or on a monopolistically competitive market, if variable cost, if AVC is greater than your price, you shut down. So shut down. AVC is greater than P. I don't know if that's backwards or not. I hope you can read that. Okay. All right. I'm trying to catch up, you guys. I'm sorry, I'm trying. Oh, Liam, I'm sorry if I said LRE is greater. LRE can't be greater than P. LRE, long run equilibrium, is when P is set at the minimum value of ATC. I'm sorry. Okay, so Jackie, when ATC is over Mr. DARP, should it shut down? No. ATC above Mr. DARP is a loss, but it's not a shutdown. A VC is the shutdown decision. So shutdown is only based on variable cost. A TC is just a profit, loss, or long run, depending on where it is. Melissa, you're funny. Mr. DARP is only for perfect comp. Yes. What is diminishing returns? Diminishing returns is when that you're increasing, but by a lesser and lesser amount each time. So you're still going up, but you're not going up by as much. So, for example, you study for an hour and you get a 90 on the test, and you study for an hour and a half and you get a 92 on the test, is it worth that extra 30 minutes for 2 points? That would be diminishing returns. Matt pulling an all-nighter and then getting only a 50 on the test because he got no sleep would be negative returns. Don't stay up all night, Matt. When AVC is greater than MR, the firm should shut down. Matt, look at price because MR for perfect comp is the same as price, but in a monopolistic comp, it is not. So pay attention to price. All right. Can you draw the graph for short run profit to long run equilibrium? Yes. Give me a second. Okay. Because this requires multiple graphs and some shifting. Let me see if I have a piece of blank paper that I can write on. No, that's for the doctor. That's okay. So what are you going to screen, Liam? I don't know what you're doing. Crazy. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think it was Kobe. I'm going to start here. Okay, so Kobe, you can see my first graph is the industry graph, and this is the firm graph. Okay, so you can see everything is on there except my cost curves. I don't have ATC and ABC on there. So now I'm going to try and see which one I'm doing it. From short run profit to LRE. Okay, short run profit means my ATC is here and my AVC is here. Okay. Can you see the ATC and AVC? So my profit is going to be this box right here. Okay. So there's my profit, right? So that's your first one. And then we're going to say that you're earning an economic profit. So all of those other people are going to enter the market to try and sell what you sell. All right. So the supply is going to increase. That would shift it to the right. Supply shifted to the right. Now, when supply shifted to the right, it's going to cause the price to go down. Oh, someone just texted me. It's probably one of you guys. Oh, they texted me about foolproof. Okay, so then supply shifted down and it brought the price down. And I didn't line it up very well, but you can see when the price goes down, we no longer are earning that economic profit, okay? And so we would be producing where MR equals MC, which would be there. But if I had graphed it correctly, this new price right here would be at the bottom of the ATC curve right there. I can redraw that if you need me to, Kobe. Just let me know if you want me to redraw that. But it's a shift. And the reason in the perfectly competitive market, the shift over here in the market causes a change in price for this business. And because they have to take their price, they don't get to choose. And that price will get pushed down below to ATC. All right. Different graphs for monopoly, and perfect comp. Well, that's the perfect comp, Mr. Darp. And then a monopoly graph. Actually, I think I have a monopoly graph right here. Let's see if I have one. All these pages and nothing useful. Okay. Um, Brooke, there's one. No, screen the graphs. That's funny. You can Google them too, right, Liam? I mean, it's probably easier than screenshotting me. Do we have to know total cost curves? Wait, is this graph is short run profit going to LRE? Yes, Jackie, that's what I just saw. Zoomed in ATC and P interaction. 1 second. I think it'll be easier if I just show you this one. You want short run profit to long run equilibrium, right? That's the one we were talking about. That's it. Okay. I'm going to hold it up for you, Cubby. Okay, so here we go. Was that good? Was that for long enough? Yes, Kobe, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, Kobe. Mm-hmm. LRE is when P equals the minimum point at the ATC, and the minimum point of ATC is where ATC intersects the MC. So where P equals MC equals ATC is LRE. So many letters. All right, I want to make sure he's good on that one, and then I'm going to go to the next person's question because you guys keep typing, and I'm trying to do my best. All right. Do you have to know total cost curves? Well, total cost equals fixed plus variable. Yes, know that. This graph is short run profit to long run equilibrium. Yes, I zoomed that in. Explicit versus implicit cost. Yes, RSR. Okay. Wait, say that again. Okay. Jackie, long run equilibrium is when, slow, I'm sorry. Long run equilibrium, LRE, is when your price is equal to your ATC. I'm sorry. It's 8:30. I'm sorry. All right. So at LRE, your price is equal to your minimum point on your ATC curve, and your ATC curve at its minimum point is where it intersects your MC. So I drew this somewhere. Minimum point. Kalia, yes. Yes. Kalia, yes, that is when there's no economic profit. Are you going to have to recognize which graph is for each market structure, or will it tell us? It should tell you, but if you see Mr. DARP, it's perfect. If you do not see Mr. DARP, it's imperfect. And the imperfect graphs, monopoly and monopolistic competition look the same, and oligopoly is kinky. What is the main indicator in identifying short run and long run? Location of ATC. If ATC touches your price, it's long run. If ATC is above or below your price, it's short run. Is that where there's no economic profit? Long run, there is no economic profit. There's only a normal profit, only your break even. Only everybody get their paychecks, but no bonus, right? And economic profit is when you've got everything paid and a little bit more, all right? All right, so how can we tell the difference between monopolistic comp and competition? Well, perfect comp has Mr. DARP, and monopolistic competition is graphed just like a monopoly graph. I'm sorry, Chase. Oh, between a monopolistic comp and a monopoly. It'll tell you if it's a monopoly. It'll tell you. Oh, look, there's a lot of you here. Wow. The questions are slowing down, so I'm guessing you're doing better now. I don't remember offhand there being any questions about deadweight loss, actually. I don't remember that. Oh, I just lost a whole bunch of people. Okay. Do we need to? Bella, at this point, no. Eventually, yes, but at this point, no. Unregulated monopolies charge high prices where MR equals MC. Socially optimal monopolies would charge where you're allocatively efficient, and fair pricing is when the government starts to get involved. Can you go over surpluses? Oh, I want to go back to, I think it was Amy. Explicit costs are the bills that you have to pay. Implicit costs are your opportunity costs. So explicit is literally like the checks you write out of your bank account, and implicit is your opportunity cost, what you're sacrificing when you're choosing to do what you're doing. Because remember, economists consider opportunity cost as part of the decision. Consumer and producer surplus. Consumer surplus is when people are willing and able, remember the definition of demand, willing and able to pay above the market price. And producer surplus is when producers are willing and able to supply at less than the market price. So your consumer surplus is that triangle from the price to the demand curve if it's consumer. So price to the demand curve. The area of that triangle is your consumer surplus. Your producer surplus is the area. I don't want to call it a triangle because in a monopoly, it is not a triangle. It's that weird rhombus shape, but it's the area of that weird shape from the price, okay, to the quantity down to the supply curve and back up. And then remember, in a monopoly or monopolistic comp, you have that dead weight loss, which is that additional triangle on the side. Do you have to understand surplus and perfect comp? It's the same. It just doesn't have dead weight loss in perfect comp because you're allocatively efficient. Will we have to draw? You don't have to draw any graphs. It's all multiple choice. There is a long run ATC question on here though, Connor. LOL. There's a graph of it though. And it's asking you about economies and diseconomies of scale along the LRATC. Where is economies of scale and where is diseconomies of scale? So that's there. How to find total revenue on perfect comps. Total revenue is price times quantity. So Jackie, you find total revenue, price times quantity. It does not matter which graph you use. It's always P times Q. So you always find total revenue the same way. Does not matter which type of graph is. The formula for total revenue is always price times quantity. I'll repeat what I told Bella. She asked about unregulated monopolies. An unregulated monopoly is going to produce where MR equals MC. That's profit maximization. So they're going to try and get the highest possible price. Socially optimal monopoly is going to produce where it's allocatively efficient. And fair pricing is when the government gets involved and starts to try and control the price of monopoly. Socially optimal monopolies would never be reached on their own. They only will happen if the government institutes a subsidy to try and increase the quantity and decrease the price to reach that allocatively efficient point. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. All right. Will there be numbers or are we using letters to indicate what's on the graph? Both. Oh, it's okay. Come here, honey. What is it, baby?
Don't play with me.
Donovan won't play with you. Well, it's bedtime. Yeah. Are we going to have to know how to find profit and total cost? Well, profit is total revenue minus total cost, and total cost is ATC times quantity. So there's that. What letter? That letter is a B. I know your name starts with the letter B. All right. Can I answer their questions now? Yeah. All right. Diseconomies of scale is when your LRATC curve starts to tick back up. So your long run average total cost curves graph is going to be the combination of all the short run graphs. If you remember, we did that one a couple weeks ago, and you put all your short run ATCs together, and we were deciding how many factories should they build to manufacture cars or something like that. And we you find that, I love you, baby. Oh, you want to go night night now? No. Okay, I'll hold you.
Stay playing.
Oh, stay playing. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So can you not? Because they're busy. They're trying to study. Okay. So economies of scale is when you grow, and as you grow, your prices your costs go down, and then you'll have a minimum point, and then all of a sudden your costs are going to go back up, and those costs goes up because you've gotten too big, or your cost will go on the rise because you have, like, if you build an extra factory and now you have to air condition that building and pay all those workers, and it just makes your long-term costs go back up, that is called diseconomies of scale. So when your LRATC is going down, you're experiencing economies of scale. And then you have constant returns if it's straight, and then diseconomies when it goes back up. So that's that. All right. So I hope I answered that question. Diseconomies lost you too. Let me get the graph out from when we did it in class. I have the book here. Okay. Economies of scale. This was the We Skipping Boys. I promise we did it. Donovan's not playing with me. Diseconomies of scale is the answer to a question on the test, yes. And I promise we did it in class. And we talked about how many factories should they open. And I created a really big graph up on the front board. And then I connected all the dots in a red marker. So that was when we did it in class. Don't give Chase a hard time about skipping all week. He sent an email, so it's not really skipping if he tells you he's not going to be there, right? I'm looking for the graph on economy on long run ATC curves. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to find it. Oh, okay. So when we did this in class, okay, so when we did this in class, you guys graphed it looked like this, okay? And we talked about which quantity they should produce at, and then you circled 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you connected all the dots, it ended up creating a graph like this, all right? And in the end, you ended up with a graph that looks like this. And that graph talked about economies and diseconomies of scale and returns to scale. And so that was when we did that. All right. But yes, you cheaters, all you cheaters. See? All right. All right. So someone asked about allocative and productive efficiency. All right. Amy, you just wrote cost minimizing input combination, and productive efficiency. Productive efficiency is the efficiency that producers care about. So productive efficiency is when you are going to produce at the lowest possible cost. All right. Allocative efficiency is what consumers care about. And so that would be the socially optimal point of production. And so when you produce where allocatively efficient, you're producing what consumers are demanding. So they're different. Brooke, not now. I don't understand that question, Mrs. Kelly. Kobe, which question? I have to find out which one it is. I closed that book. Hold on. I have so many books on my desk, on my dining room table, actually, right now. So the one I just held up, did you get a screenshot? Don't just memorize the answer, Jackie. You got to know why it's diseconomies. Q2 was when the LRATC started to curve back up. And because paper. Okay. So the question is, why would someone produce, or what happens when they produce at Q2 right here? And because your LRATC is curving up, it's diseconomies of scale. Economies of scale bring your costs down, and diseconomies bring your costs back up. In allocative, we are losing profit. Yeah. If you guys remember back to class on Thursday, when you weren't there, all of you that weren't there on Thursday, that was when I showed you on the graph why the monopolistically competitive firm wasn't productively efficient and it wasn't allocatively efficient, because they weren't producing at lowest possible cost. And they also, which is where MC and ATC intersect, productive efficiency, low cost are where ATC intersects with the MC curve. And allocative efficiency is producing what is socially optimal, where the people are demanding it. So where P equals the demand curve crossing the MC curve. So where D and MC intersect, if that's where P is, then you will be allocatively efficient. Hard plant? What? I can't keep up with you. You guys, it's already like 9:50 for real at night, even though it's only 8:50. Okay. I don't want to know your inside jokes. I'm not cool enough for that. That's okay with me. My kids are going to bed, guys. All right. We made it. We made it here. I already showed you guys, and this live didn't kick anyone out either. So that's good. You deserve a sneak peek. The problem is YouTube like saves these videos, and then anyone else can go and look and sneak peek all the questions, even if they didn't. Everyone else isn't there. All right. All right. I said, do we get extra credit for attending this lovely session? Kobe, you keep putting comments and they're going to like block you again. Jake Quellen. Asking for a curve and you haven't even sat for the test yet makes me a little concerned. It's already multiple choice, guys. Like that should be good enough, right? Oh, Matt. AP curve. You guys are funny. Is that what you're waiting for, Amanda? Let's see what I got. Yeah, let's see. This is like reality TV. I can't keep up with you guys. I am thinking about it. No, not about curving though. Make it a take-home test with a curve and extra credit. No. I don't want to be YouTube famous. Matt, your screenshot ready? All right, here you go. Give me a second. There you go. That's it. No more. But that was like 1, 2, 3. It was like 6 questions on the test. Plus the LRATC one I showed you earlier. That's 7 out of 45. All right. Jake Quellen. Aw. Now you guys got to find a friend that had a better screenshot than you. Chase needs someone to send it to him. And Amy does too. Oh, can you really rewind this thing? Oh, I can't. I can't. But you don't know the answers to them. Well, Maria, my dear, I can't help you there. All right. It's 8:55. If you guys have no more actual questions, I'm going to go to bed. Are you all good? Do not stay up all night studying, you guys. Do not. Oh, yeah, sign up for the Lipped Up video on Tuesday. It'll be so fun. It'll be so much fun. You know, I gotta plug it, Chase, because otherwise no one's gonna come, and then I'm gonna be sad. A 0% to a 40%, Jackie? You're funny. You're so funny. Yeah. There you go. I don't know what page of the test that was. That was one of the pages. All right, guys. Now, don't share with people who didn't watch because that's just not cool. Put that up again, Amy. You can rewind. Kobe's gonna make me like spit my soda all over the computer. It's Diet Cherry Dr. Pepper. And I don't want to upload it to Google Classroom. I don't want the people who weren't on here. I only want to share with the 26 of you that are watching me right now. Yeah. Kobe, you got to hold on to those jokes. I can't handle it. I can't. All right. You guys are funny. All right. Well, at least you have the opportunity now to go and major in econ in college and make smart choices. I'm telling you, I would have majored in it if I had known. If I had only known. You are all better than me. Trust me. You're good. It's good. It's good. You guys are extra. So extra. Here. I try, Amanda. I try. Chase needs screenshots. Chase, apparently you can rewind the video. Someone said, I can't see that, but you can. You just put your phone number on a YouTube public video chat. I'm just going to point that out. Jay Quellen, you spelled my name wrong. He doesn't care. He just wants the pictures. Asia, don't put your phone number. If anyone has good quality, help them out. All right. I'm going to wrap this up because we're on the last minute. I've got like 50 seconds and then I'm going to sign out. So remember, tomorrow, 45 questions, multiple choice, all multiple choice, no short answer or anything. And then I want you to keep in mind that you are likely not going to finish the test tomorrow. So don't feel pressured to rush through all 45 questions because class is only 50 minutes long. So you are probably no FRQs. You are probably going to have to finish it on Wednesday. That being said, do not put the whole test off to do on Wednesday. You need to work on it on Monday. On top of that, if you went to PEDQ a couple weeks ago and you gave me your receipt, that extra credit is going to get attached to this test. And we have Chick-fil-A Day on Tuesday. So if you go to Chick-fil-A on Tuesday and you say on the 6th, from 10 a.m. until sometime, and you say Palm Beach Central at Chick-fil-A and bring me your receipt, you'll get extra credit for that as well. So there's that. Then I think that's it. All right, I'm over an hour now. So Kobe, I don't know. What if you could not be there Wednesday? I know, Chase, you're going to be gone for a week competing in something. You sent me an email. I can't remember. Which Chick-fil-A? The Wellington one, Mall and 441. So those on Tuesday. I'll remind you guys tomorrow, though. And NHS has been posting it on all their social media stuff. So, all right. Chase is gonna catch some big fish. Yes, oh yeah, that's it. It's a fishing like regional championship or something. Where in North Carolina? You'll have to tell me tomorrow. My parents live there. So, all right. Have a good night, you guys. Don't stay up too late. Matt, go to bed. Do not pull an all-nighter. It's not worth it. You lose more than you gain. All right. Make smart choices. All right. All right. Good night, guys.